The grid is formed. Our pole sitter, Dominic Doyle, is undefeated so far at MotoAmerica. But Rocco Landers with a lot of confidence with a straight motorcycle. Here we go, clutches are out. Dominic Doyle has a look over and he sees Rocco Landers, but it's a bike length. But it's a long way on a Junior Cup bike down to turn 1.
It is a long way down there, and it looks like Lockoff's in the back. Yeah, oh, it's Gus Rodeo and Lockoff. They're both, I saw him drafting there, and it's going to be Rocco Landers, Dominic Doyle, and Glotty leading the way through. And then we got the 2 red bikes of Gus Rodeo and Lockoff rounding top 5 out. And let's see, Rodeo looks like he's going to stay in 5th.
Oh boy, Jason, I just saw Dominic Doyle roll off the gas and grab the brakes, and Rocco was still full throttle. But look at Dominic Doyle at 25 in the draft, Rocco Landers, and some more moves being right back there in the field.
It looks like Sam Lockoff is trying to go underneath Benghazi for 3rd place into turn number 5, and he's going to make that pass stick. The 2 leaders, though, just starting to gap away just ever so slightly right now. And now the shoe's a little bit on the other foot. We're going to see if Dom can stay with him, and then we're going to see if Dom decides to stay behind him or run with him or do anything to mess Rocco up or any of that kind of stuff. Just kind of see what Dominic's plan will be here. Oh, Benghazi gets all out of shape. Wow, how did he save that bike? That is a big save from our podium finisher yesterday. That's really going to hurt his chances today to get back up on that podium. He kind of comes out.
He's got to wait.
He's got to wait a little bit, yeah, to let those guys go in front of him so he doesn't really gain any big advantage.
So that's what he had to do in that one. So he did the right thing.
Look at this. This is Benghazi on the 72 coming down the inside of the Lockoff, and he grabs at the front lever and gets this bike into a huge tank slapper and straightens the things up. And Sam had already seen it coming, so he waited a little bit longer, and then he got tipped in. But Benghazi, what a tremendous job to save that bike from going down. Man, so many of these guys, this is a big battle right here.
And that is for the final spot on the podium. So a lot at stake for these young riders in race 2 of the Liqui Moly Junior Cup. You can see some riders motioning to other riders.
Me up.
Yeah, that kind of cracks me up too.
Just stay behind me. It's like, no, I want to go forward. I want to get ahead of you. I want to draft you and get up to the next guy. Oh, Rocco Landers makes a mistake. Makes a mistake down into Canada corner. And it could have just been a case where he got in there a little bit too deep, Greg, couldn't get the bike slowed down. So now we're going to see Rocco put his head down, and Dominic's going to have to really pay attention to his pit board now to see if that mistake is something that is going to allow him to open up any kind of a gap. Yeah, it looks like Gus. I haven't got to meet Gus yet, but boy, he looks really small out of the 3 of these guys, even when you're out there watching. Lockoff in the draft now. He's going to go by on the left side of Rodeo. And he's going to be able to get in the draft of Rodeo now as they go down into turn 5. But they've caught the guy that got on the podium yesterday, and he's going to go down the inside of both of them as they go down into turn 5.
Number 57, Sam Lockoff takes over 3rd spot. Gus Rodeo, the number 96 with those eyes on the front of his motorcycle. Gus Rodeo doing a great job. And that's the thing, Jason, I keep seeing the larger Benghazi coming across the stripe, and
not sure why Gus is doing that. He's battling these guys for a position or for podium. Not, you know, they're not going to just follow, you know. Who do we got? We got Jack Roach, we got Cody Wyman in this group, David Kolstedt's in this group, Liam Grant, and I think it's Lemandry Jr. all in this group battling right now for, what is it, Greg? What is it, 6th place? So these guys are going to just have a battle royal all the way. You can see Jack Roach was pulling out of the draft. It looked like trying to get that spot back to the front with these guys. I just think that Rocco's got to take a shot somewhere. Like, I don't know if it's going to be down into 8. It might be out of the carousel to the chicane. Don't you think he's just got to try to do something somewhere, Greg?
So here we go. It's going to be the typical MotoAmerica. What do you have underneath you? Draft and pass. Rocco gets a good drive. The number 1 is deep in the draft. He pulls out, grabs a shift. He's coming up to the top of the hill, and it looks like it's timed perfectly. And Rocco Landers will streak to the checkered flag and take his first Liqui Moly Junior Cup race of 2020.
Oh, look at this. Now there's going to be a big draft. Lockoff should have a little bit of an advantage here. He's got a double bike draft in front of him. Is he going to get to the line first for the other 2?
Here it goes. Timing and scoring says it's Sam Lockoff by 1/10 of a second over Benghazi and Gus Rodeo. So the 57 of Sam Lockoff, and more battles all the way to the stripe.
Jack Roach.
Jack Roach gets sixth.
Wow, that's a good result for Jack Roach. Lemandry, Grant, Wyman, Kolstedt, all in that order, all come across. We're waiting for Isaiah Burleson. And you can see, Greg, he's going to win by a bike length. And finally, Rocco gets his win in the Liqui Moly Junior Cup class for 2020. And it won't be the last for sure, but he finally got one there. He put himself in the perfect spot to get a double draft off Rodeo and Benghazi. And you can see he's able to just kind of power himself to the front there. And it almost looked like on the last lap that was his plan. He looked, watching the splits and things, he was staying behind those guys, and he was able to make this work for him. And he put that Celtic 400 up on the podium today.
Sam Lockoff, his second podium appearance of the season. So for Rocco Landers, he gets his first win of the season in defense of his Liqui Moly Junior Cup championship from last year. 0.069 of a second, and then what a race between Lockoff, Glotty, and Gus Rodeo. Congratulations to Jack Roach. You could see 27-6, 6, 7, 7. What a tight battle he had on down through the field.